Well, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the big wide world today. I'm jumping on, as promised, if you did see the short, just to give a little bit more of an in depth video about the fact that they did find the bodies of Jesse and his partner Luke. And I did do a post about it the other day. For some reason, it did grip me. I'm not sure why, but this particular case, I don't know. I've been following, and the fact that their bodies had disappeared, even though they'd got the perpetrator in custody, they didn't know where their bodies were, and it was coming up to just over a week. And it's hot here at the moment. It's summer in Australia, and they did actually get to find the bodies today, which was great news in a very sad story. Apparently, the ex-lover of, or partner, boyfriend of Jesse, did assist the police in giving them the information they needed to find the bodies. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit stuttery because I've just pretty much watched it before, written down some notes, and jumped on to kind of like give you a little bit more information. But as I said, I don't know why it did grip me a bit. I have been following it, so I am a little bit emotional about it all. But I am happy that they've got the bodies so that they can, give them to the families and they can lay them to rest. But like I said, for those of you that are abroad, it's been just over a week since these bodies have disappeared. The couple, Jesse, who was a TV presenter over here, was dating Luke, who was a steward with Qantas Airlines. And by all intents and purposes, these guys were at the beginning of a beautiful relationship. From the photos and the videos that they've been posting on the news over here, they just looked blissfully happy. They looked in love. They looked happy. So that was cut abruptly short last week when they found some property dumped in a skip that had blood over it, which led them then to Jesse's home, which they then did a search on and found a bullet embedded in a wall that had Jesse's blood on. And then that bullet was also then traced to a police weapon. And the policeman who was Jesse's ex actually did hand himself in, I think maybe 3 days later, to the police, but up until today hadn't actually disclosed where he'd placed the bodies. So nobody knew where they were. They'd searched many places. They'd searched a rural property just outside of Sydney, but they finally found the bodies today, and they turned up in a place in the bushland of New South Wales, in a place called Bungoa, which was in the bushlands in New South Wales. Now, they did do a search not far from this area, but for those of you that don't quite understand how big Australia is, it's vast, and you only have to drive a short way outside of any city, any big town, and you literally hit either bushland, desert land, mountain ranges, rainforests, and you could lose a body very, very easily over here, very easily. It could take weeks, it could take months, it could take years. In fact, you could never be found. So I would imagine there are a lot of people that are super relieved this evening to know that the bodies have been found, and they are going home, and their loved ones, their family, can actually lay them to rest. Yeah, the details that are coming out, I don't know whether I should go into it, but I'm on here, I may as well. The little bits that I do know, apparently there was gunshot heard at Jesse's apartment or something that sounded like gunshot. And then shortly after that, Jesse apparently did make a 000 call which is an emergency call, but it got cut off instantly. And then apparently this ex-partner disposed of the bodies in some surf bags, took the bodies out in some surf bags, put them in a transit van, drove them off to a remote location, disclosed to a colleague or a friend, I'm not sure which, what he'd just done. They instantly told him that I think he had to turn himself in, and I think they even informed the police. But then he went back and moved the bodies to another location before then going and turning himself into the police. For what reason, I don't know. I genuinely had the suspicion that he was holding off information in the hopes that like he could maybe do some kind of a plea deal that like, you know, I'll tell you where the bodies are if you know, go easier on the sentence. It's the only thing I could think of, the reasoning behind why he wouldn't just tell them the minute he walked in, or why he was holding off. That's the only thing I could think of anyway. But today he, you know, they went and asked him, and apparently he helped them in going and retrieving those bodies for the families. So, you know, like I said at the beginning, good news to what has been a very, very sad story. So yeah, I did promise I'd come on and update everybody, just for those people that are either in America or the UK or somewhere else in Europe, that did click on to the post that I did about this incident that had happened over the weekend. And so there's your update, you know, and that's it really. I'm sorry, as you all know, the people that do watch me regularly, I'm usually quite upbeat, quite chirpy, quite happy, but it's hard to be chirpy and happy when talking about something like this. But like I said, I was vested in it. I usually come on here and talk about things that are tweaked me a little bit, and this was one of those things. And so there it is. Yeah, there it is. Anyway, if you're just waking up, good morning. If you just got home from work, have a lovely evening. If you're just going to bed, sweet dreams. And as always, be lovely to retail staff. And if you've got this far, then maybe hit the subscribe button. That'd be great. All right, everyone, have a great night. Bye.